Last week, my director messaged me saying they were getting top-down pressure to improve contractor structures and streamline billables. You know what that means, right? They're cutting people. I'm preparing for a layoff. Ugh. And I like my job too. I'm a copywriter and I get to lean into my creative side. But they let go of a few people and someone with my exact title. Ugh, don't fire me. Okay, enough of a crash out. Here's the thing. That message made my scarcity mindset come running back, even after a decade of financial stability. It's still here. It's small, but it's here. We're working on it, okay? But I know I'll be okay because I'm actually prepared for this. When I left my 6-figure job in wealth management, I gave myself a year. A year to study for my CFP, which I passed, by the way. A year to work on this part-time fintech gig. And a year to make these videos for y'all. I told myself, either make enough to cover my $2,500 monthly expense or pull it from savings. And my partner and I are keeping our expense split the same from before I quit my job, just because he's got also big goals and his money is funding that. And he already covers a lot of our shared expenses. Yes, I know I'm super privileged to have multiple safety nets. But even with all of that, when I got that message from my director, that fear is real. So let me tell you the 3 things I did to prepare for this exact moment. This video is for you, but also for me to remind myself, we're good. So, thing number 1 that I did. Before I left my job, I got really clear about my expenses, both my bare bones budget and what my normal spending was. I didn't want to cut my expenses, so I told myself, I'm maintaining my lifestyle at $2,500 a month. So that's rent, that's the $400 I send to my parents, that's groceries, that's travel, all of it. And if you don't know your number, figure it out. Not just what it costs to survive, but also what it costs to live. Those are your baselines, okay? Thing number 2 that I did, once I knew my number was $2,500 a month, I saved 6 months of cash. So that's $15,000 into my high yield savings account, right? I didn't save for a full year because I wanted to feel a little pressure, a little fire under my ass to make some money. But I told myself, if I burn through my 6 months, I'll allow myself to dip into my investments. That's the hierarchy. Savings first, investment second, but never desperation mode. And yes, I use lipstick for my cheeks. And you know what's wild? When my director sent me that message about contractor structure, I knew exactly what it meant. I've seen this before, right? In corporate. That's the warning shot. That's we're about to make cuts, but we're saying it nicely. And that message is exactly why thing number 3 matters so much. Because even when you're prepared, you need to see the money in real time. So thing number 3, track your money. I budget every month now. And I hate budgeting, right? But because my income is so variable, some months I make enough money, some months I don't to cover my expenses. I need to go line by line to know what's coming in and what's going out. I haven't done this kind of budgeting in years. Before, I'd check if my expenses were under $2,500 and call it a day. I didn't care if I spent more on coffee versus, I don't know, clothes. But now I need to know my numbers. And if you're in this place, it sucks. I know. But you gotta know it. There's no shortcut, right? And if you want the budgeting template that I use, it's linked in the description. Here's what I'm learning. Scarcity mindset isn't protecting you. It's your trauma keeping you stuck. Oh, this is too much. I have $15,000 in savings. I have skills. I have a plan, and I'm still scared. But that fear, it doesn't get to make my decisions anymore. So that's it. 3 things I did before I left my stable wealth management job that are keeping me kind of sane right now, even when the corporate jargon emails try to send me into a freaking spiral. Have you started your emergency fund savings yet? Comment below. I want to know where you're at in the process. All right, now I gotta get back to work. Next week, I'll tell you if I still have a job or not. Subscribe so you don't miss it. All right, bye friends.